Well, that certainly was an episode. So this Wednesday, we Mandalorian fans were presented with Chapter 22, Guns for Hire. So it starts, and it gets to the part with the Mon Calamari and Quarren romance. I love how modern Star Wars utilizes all these alien races so casually, by the way. Really makes the universe feel unique and genuine. But anyway, it gets to the romantic moment, and all I can do is chuckle because, I'm sorry, the whole thing looks so ridiculous. Not ridiculous in a, this looks so cheap and fake way, but ridiculous in a, these two fish creatures are having a cheesy romantic moment sort of way. Like when those tentacles came up and touched the Mon Cal's face was just so strange, but I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be comical or not on purpose. Then after that introduction, I thought maybe it was going to get into a dark territory, like maybe Din and Bo-Katan were going to have to rescue this Mon Calamari and reunite him with his lover, which might have been silly, I don't know, but then the episode starts, and we take that unexpected turn into the bizarre world of Plaza 15. Then they open the doors into that royal room with all the colors, and I'm thinking, what kind of episode is this? Then I see Jack Black, with Lizzo as his wife. And then a little later, Christopher Lloyd comes in. And it starts to become clear exactly what sort of episode this is going to be. This was, I have to admit, this is pretty great. I'm not going to say it's the best episode ever, but it was so unusual and so funny and so full of unexpected references to the Clone War era, I just couldn't help but love it. Not only was it cool to see the battle droids and have references to the Separatists and Count Dooku, but it was just really fun in general to explore a lighter side of the Star Wars universe we've really never seen before. I love the fact that the droids have bars, the idea that the humans have become so dependent on them in this supposedly idealistic society was kind of a cool one. It wasn't explored much, but it is a trope that has been explored so much in movies like WALL-E. I don't feel like it really needed to be explored too much here. We've seen it all before. I have to say though, even with the guest stars I mentioned above, all in all I still wasn't entirely sure was this supposed to be as comedic as it felt or not. But the scene where it really became a comedy for me and I laughed out loud was the autopsy scene. Just the idea of this droid being put on a slab like you would put a dead body was just so funny to me for some reason, even though I kind of felt sorry for the droid. But yeah, this episode is just so much fun. And like I say, I love all these connections to the Clone Wars and stuff. And the stuff with Grogu and Lizzo was fun, him jumping into her arms and then helping her win that game later on. I don't know why. Maybe we're just using animals in a game, but that reminded me so much of the croquet game in Alice in Wonderland. It was just this wonderful little touch that was felt so bizarre and unique. And of course the ending was cool too. Felt really different to the rest of the episode when they finally get to the Mandalorian mercenaries and we have that fight. But it didn't feel out of place because that is after all why they were there. I thought for a minute they might cut it off and leave that part for the next episode, but I'm glad they didn't. We got it over with. It might have gotten a bit boring to have a whole episode devoted to Bo-Katan trying to convince these Mandalorians to join them. I think this was a much better way to do it. To just have it after the end there of a really good fun episode. And of course Bo-Katan has the Darksaber back now. I kind of liked how they did that. Because I was wondering how that was going to happen. They couldn't really fight, but Din finding that loophole was pretty clever. Yeah, overall, I'm just really enjoying the season for the most part. This might be my favorite episode so far. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'll see you next week for my review of Chapter 23. Until then, this is Chester signing off. May the Force be with you. After all, this is the way, and I have spoken. Oh, that was a nice little touch, too, with the I have spoken guys. That was kind of a cool callback to the first season. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.